As far as weapons go, you do see that each of them have a couple different ones. There is a rain sewer on pretty much all of them. That seems to be made out of some black stone or black metal or something like that. And on top of that, there is also like a curved blade, kind of like in between like a saber and a scimitar. A lot more of those, as some of them are carrying two, as opposed to just one of those curved blades. The bigger lieutenant-looking guys, which there are less of, they seem to have both of those things, a bit better armor, and some of them are wearing things that might glow or make these little hum noises, or one of them has like a crackle of electricity, another one sort of has a bit of a blur effect, sort of like Vazur has around him right now.
Hmm.
Not a big fan of our odds, I'll just say that.
Never tell me the odds.
Didn't just I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah, well, don't tell me them if you're feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it.
Good. I don't want to know them.
Good, because I don't either.
Now, any choice you guys want to make is fine. I will say they don't look to be the friendliest of creatures upon first glance, and they seem a little bit startled. So you may take that into account.
Okay. Well, if Reinhold's going to be frontman here, then
God.
I'll let him frontman.
Alright, well, I'll take a ginger step inside. Now I'll take a ginger step inside. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's my token. Just, you know what? Just give him a little bit of a wave. Won't say anything yet.
Salt of the earth.
Okay.
No reaction from them, or?
They react in a way that is calm and measured. At least the lieutenants do. The sort of smaller and more numerous of the creatures are a bit more hesitant. Some of them grabbing weapons, some of them that have a weapon already and sort of are in a defensive stance. You see a couple of them seem to have pulled what you would measure to be maybe slings of some sort, maybe crossbows, you're not too sure, and are sort of holding them at the doorway that you're standing in. But none of them have fired, although a few of them you see have what I would call remnants of what used to be living beings, bones, skin, blood, sort of around them, and you're guessing that maybe from what you see, perhaps it was lunchtime recently.
Not a fan of that. I'll step up with you just for solidarity.
May we approach?
Let me see here.
And I'll also put my hands up in a, I guess a gesture of surrender would be the best way to put it, but...
I don't know what languages the Krynth speak. I don't know if
I
we learned that during our study.
don't either.
Yes. So, the Krynth at the very back rank pushes aside one of his sort of pawns here. And he will sort of look you up and down, Reinhold, and acknowledging you, Riven, as you walk in. And he sort of gives a smirk and sort of a a chuckle. But he does not respond.
Well, that seems like a go-ahead to me. Give me 1 second, actually. I'm still here. I'm just checking something.
If you advance, I will advance with you.
Okay. What was the... Was it just called an onyx sphere? Or obsidian sphere? What was it?
It's what it was described as.
Did we have a name for it?
I don't recall if I actually gave a name. They described the sphere as sort of a bridge almost.
Okay, almost a gateway.
In fact, the sphere is, sort of like a metaphorical bridge gate type thing.
Take one more step forward.
I shall as well.
And in Dwarvish, I will say... I didn't think about this part. We don't intend any harm. We just are looking for something.
You hear one of the sniveling demon spawns. In fact, I'll make it this guy here. He spouts lies. And the sort of Trueborn will step one closer, getting near the edge of this sort of dark and deep pit that is oozing this black, misty light. My acolyte has true eyes, Orc. He sees that you all have prepared yourselves.
We prepare ourselves in the means of uncertainty, but we do not hope nor anticipate an outcome of violence. I'll say in common.
The Trueborn will walk 2 steps over to that sort of acolyte that had spoke. And with some sort of quick maneuver, it seems, with his curved blade, he will sort of get the flat back part of the blade out of the sheath quickly and sort of almost just kind of strike him bluntly on the side of the head. Don't interrupt me. And you see this sort of demon spawn sort of shrivel in shame and fear for a moment. And then responding to you, Riven, this creature says, I was talking to the orc, but I find your words entertaining. I do not know what business you have here.
I will look at Reinhold for a moment, and then I will say, we have come to reclaim the gateway to the Eidolon for allies of ours.
This gate was not claimed. I do not possess the knowledge to understand how it will be reclaimed.
I admit our proceedings were not necessarily as black and white as we would like, but we were told that to help those in need of it, we would need to come here and find a means of utilizing this gateway. Now, we did not anticipate nor hope to encounter you or your kind, nor did we have any prior knowledge of you to this journey to the archives.
You can see how I might be offended by the presence of strangers trying to enter our domain. We did not ask for visitors at this time, especially not ones who seem to be armed with capabilities of death, such as yourselves. We are merely watching over this gate to our home. We are contracted to do so.
So you are guardians in this sense.
Today we are guardians, tomorrow we are farmers, we are manufacturers. We are a cog.
Okay. He mentioned cogs. I'll kind of look back at Vazur.
Suppose I'm sort of a creator, inventor in a way.
I think we just need to find a way to try and deal with them. Maybe some sort of negotiation. I don't know what we'd have to offer them.
So I'm having trouble controlling scales. It's just every time I click on something, it's targeting it, and I don't know why.
Is control being held or anything like that, or alt, or... Oh, do you have the target thing selected in the left-hand sidebar?
Oh. You know, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, Drew. I'm sorry.
Hey, you shine, and I love to see you glow.
Okay.
Perhaps there's some sort of agreement we can come to between neutral parties. Obviously, neither one of us wants to get in a fight, I would hope.
He does not respond to that.
I think he wants to get into a fight.
If you are guardians of this passage, then who is forbidden to enter?
Those coming from the outside world into our domain.
And what of those from... Well, no, never mind. That doesn't make any sense, because...
Follow that thought.
No, well, I was kind of following that thought, but I don't know where their domain is.
I am kind of an acolyte of a sort of someone of this domain. Are you familiar with Thibodeau?
Boy, are they. Let's see. Literally, are they?
I don't know. I'm not grasping at anything, man.
Oh, this one isn't.
Shit.
But
Don't care. Didn't ask.
this one? Eh. One of the other sort of lieutenant-looking folks in the back will say, he invokes the gambler's name. I do not trust that.
It was a gamble.
I will give Vazur a look.
I will give him any inspiration I can give him. Anyway. Look, I don't mean to be, I suppose, crass of a way, but the standoff here is not, I think, conducive to a civil discussion. Is there perhaps a way that we could speak not across a chasm from each other?
Your voice travels well. I do not see the problem here.
Why have a passage here? Was it by choice?
He looks back at the other lieutenants, and one of them nods as to give him like a green light, it seems. And he says, this passage was found, not structured. We are merely guarding it, attempting to close it if we might.
See. And you came in from this passage then?
Beyond it lies our home. We are all from there in some form.
Your home being Eidolon.
It is one of many names.
Well, we are looking for a passage to the Eidolon, but not for any purposes of our own, just to help people who lost their way from there.
Those who lost their way chose to leave.
I'm trying to remember if that's the truth or not.
This person certainly believes that. However, I mean, there's a chance that they don't really have the whole story, I guess, is what I was trying to say. But you're not exactly sure.
Our allies are those of the Gloom Elves, I believe is one of their names. They assuredly did not wish to leave their homes. I believe circumstance or foul fate had cast them out of it, and they had contracted us in some means to help them return, pointing out this as a very likely way for them to do this.
If they were ran out of their home, it shows their weakness. Our home is not a place you thrive being weak. If they could not handle the pressures of that, perhaps they are not meant for our home, for their own home. It is not the thing we sort of cultivate.
Their strength is not the purpose of this discussion. It is whether or not we can discuss or barter a way for, what's the term, to guarantee or find safe passage. What's the term for, like, trying to charter? No.
Passage? Deliverable? I don't know.
Like charter passage or something.
Secure passage?
Yeah, I think the word escaped me, but I'll use that one. So, we were contracted of a means to help secure passage to them. So that is, I believe, what we are attempting to discuss. Now, do you think that there is a way that we could find a way to secure them this passage?
In a manner that we are contracted to protect our home, you need to find one other half of a contract, one that allows you to barter. We do not seek any trade at this moment. You do not have passage into our home. I doubt that someone would give you such.
You're under orders, right?
I am.
Who gave you the orders?
A party that wishes to be unnamed in this world.
Are they available to speak?
They speak through me.
That makes sense. Is there no way for us to gain or earn passage from you guardians standing here?
There are many hidden hands who work the clocks of politics in our region. It is possible that fate might find you into our home one day, but as of now, you are simply talking to a doorman. One who has stayed his hand and is urging his compatriots to do the same. And for that, I think you should be grateful.
Certainly am. But just as you are contracted to protect this gate, we are contracted to find an entrance to your home. Well, the Eidolon as a whole.
And if that contract is so important, I doubt we will be seeing any rash actions out of any of you.
I am the epitome of rationalism. But there must be something you want. Something that can make you look the other way while we figure out what we need to do.
I do not understand why you try to bribe an official here.
Usually works a lot better on material things, officials.
That is unfortunately true.
I have my duties and my oaths. I would not break them, and I would definitely not break them in front of my kin. To do so would be an embarrassment such to which I do not have the vocabulary to describe.
At this point, I suppose I will just give a small kind of look over to Reinhold, as I kind of see where this is going.
I'm gonna shake my head no for now, but I acknowledge what you're thinking. So
yeah,
I know what's going down. I'm just trying to make sure we explore all avenues.
True. And of course, I'm not trying to jump to it, but he seems pretty obstinate.
Surely there has to be some exceptions for those who need to seek passage to your home.
I'm sure there are exceptions. I do not possess them, and I have no cause to give them to you, if I did have them. I, for one, he's sort of turning the mood for a moment. I, for one, am equally thankful that after protruding from our home into this, and he looks around, stone and wood-tiled room here, that I was not being grasped or taken to some prison or to a torture chamber. I am happy to see that I entered into a world that would not deprive me of certain freedoms and movement. You are fine to stand here, but you may go no further.
Oh God, I don't think they accept any bribes, Embra. Also, Jesus.
Perhaps they have no need of women. You're not sure.
Oh, perhaps it's a... Just not be fair enough. Perhaps it's a no girls allowed club.
That's true. One of the things to sort of remember is that this scene is already sort of ominous because there is a pitch black hole in the ground, and then there's like this black shadowy mist all throughout the room. And now that your eyes have sort of taken time to adjust, you see a bit more of the finer details on some of these people. I'd say they seem to be mostly patriarchally led. with only like 2 of the grunts seeming to have a female appearance. But just sort of kind of painting the picture a bit more. It's just you're looking across what you would assume to be near darkness.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Krane, what do you think?
Sorry, that's
Good point.
usually the part where Krane runs in circles.
Good point, Krane. We're just running in circles with this conversation.
Krane doesn't seem to be eager to get into a fight.
Can I make an insight on the lieutenant we're speaking to?
Sure, what are you trying to ascertain?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nice.
Let me think here. You know what? I'd like to, based on the way we've been conversing, like, what does it seem he values, like, as an individual or as a part of a collective society?
Mm.
Does that seem fair for an insight?
It's a little broad, but
Well, like, I guess, like, obviously they respect strength.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, I guess just talking through it, I don't really even need to roll an insight.
You would sense it's more of a chaotic
Duty.
thought to like governing or governance.
Okay.
You read over.
That being that, instead of someone being led or someone being in a position of power because, people think that's what is best, you think that in the sense here, yes, they value power, so like maybe who leads them is just the most powerful, and that's kind of how they ascertain certain things. But this person seems to kind of value the things you do. Loyalty, honor, kind of maybe courage, I would say, might be kind of baked in there as well, but he is sticking to his principles, and you're fairly certain that he would do that with or without the people behind him. He's not being performative, that you can tell.
Okay.
But from what you sort of heard in those recordings and whatnot, this person seems to be a bit more eloquent than what was sort of told, and is not inherently sort of as short-tempered as was maybe led to believe. He could be an outlier. You're not sure.
Usually grumpy, humorless.
Man, I don't know. I do not know.
Embra, can you roll me a perception check? And I'm gonna have Krane do the same.
Oh no, the assassins.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Sorry guys, I sold everyone out to the Krinth.
It's all good, dog.
I hired some assassins. They're very slow assassins though, so they just got up. They're all dwarves.
Okay, 13.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
What miss?
Nothing much.
So, one of the things I was gonna say, let's see here. Here we go. Sorry, I went a little bit of the change on the dice. One of the things to mention was that you hear sort of like a low thrumming kind of emanating from the hole, kind of like if you ever stood under a power line, but like pitch that down a couple octaves, and it's kind of just a faint buzz, kind of just like white noise that you can sort of barely hear. But Embra, you think you hear a door echoing sort of back the way you came, and then muffled like it's around a corner.
Guys, I have the solution.
Yeah?
So the idea is that their whole goal is like their duty, right? Like their whole thing is to stop us from going to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting that giant hole is probably the gateway, right?
Probably.
So if we get to it and go inside, they will have failed in their duty to gatekeep, and then they won't feel a need to do it anymore. Because they have failed.
And then they won't feel a need to gaslight or girl boss.
Yeah, they'll just be vibing. No, so like in a serious vein, like they honor duty, and like, well, this guy specifically, like has like a strong sense of like his job as a doorman. So if he fails in that duty, then he might become despondent or more, more willing to stop being a dick.
Is that what
And
he's doing?
how exactly do we intend to make him fail at his duty?
We just jump in the hole.
Before the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think it's 18 and 7 others before they managed to fire off some stuff.
I'm very fast.
Okay, that's 1 down. Now we got 5 more to worry about.
Well, you guys, if you're not able to keep up, can then just leave. So it only takes one person to make him fail.
I don't see this plan working out.
I understand that. On the other hand, what plan do we see working out?
That's a good question.
Embra, you hear the ever-present clacking of metal solarettes or heavy boots echoing from at least a room back.
Solarettes are iron boots, right?
Yep, essentially plate boots or something.
Is there a way for us to settle this without bloodshed?
If you gain proper passage, that would circumvent any bloodshed. That being said, I think the question you are asking is, can you get past us without any bloodshed? And until circumstances change, that answer is no.
Well, you mentioned getting proper passage. Who could I get that from?
Those authorized to give it. As I said, I am but a lonely guardian here. As commanded, as contracted.
I'll turn to Vazur. I'll turn to Embra.
So,
Wait, there's someone coming?
that's what it
Who else
sounds
is
like.
here?
Krane also is giving off that vibe as well, and is nodding in agreement with Embra.
Who could be down here? I'll turn to everybody. With that, especially wearing armor.
Well, the Archivist isn't making those footsteps.
Yeah, the Archivist is more going like a ha 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 ha.
Well, that and she's on wheels, so
Oh yeah,
that was probably the most important part I was trying to get across there. But
My goodness, she keeps a pair of boots tied to the wheels so that they clank
I
around.
would love that.
Or you know how you put cards in the spokes?
Yep.
That, but with metal solarettes.
That is crazy.
But anyway, no. So serious time. Should we should probably pick a side to deal with first.
We're not getting anywhere on this side. Maybe we should deal with that footsteps.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're not going to let us through, are you?
I think he said no.
It does not seem to be in my power at this moment.
Understood. Well, we're going to go deal with something behind us. We'll probably be back in here in a minute.
As we're kind of turning, Vazur, is the blessing or item you got from Thibodeau, is that like, could that be considered like passage? Like,
I was kind of thinking that, but then the one guy who actually recognized Thibodeau's name didn't like it.
Well, he might not like it, but he might have to let us pass. Like, I'm sure they don't like us.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit here.
Do a little something.
Let's do one of these. As the sort of ever-present metal clicking of these sort of large shoes, large heavy shoes, are sort of approaching a bit further, you sense a bit of bravado, I guess is the word. Maybe just a healthy presence of an individual as rounding the corner, and actually before that, I'd have all of you make me a perception check, please.
Okay. Totes.
Yes,
Yo,
sir, please.
I loaded it in Chrome, and now I see no textures for anything.
That's baller.
Which I'm moving real quick.
I'm not seeing it.
Nope. That's weird. Did I reload the page again?
F5. Okay. I'll say Vazur, Reinhold. Actually, all of you kind of notice this. It's up to you if you guys want to close the door.
Probably should, right?
Maybe. Coming around the corner from the great room that you entered in, and sort of now clacking on the green tiles, these metal boots, you see what seems to be a human woman in heavy armor, perhaps plate or half plate, with a large two-handed blade at her side that she currently has a single hand on. And as she gets closer and is sort of within spitting distance, you see that there is like a bit of stained blood that is sort of still wet on her armor. And she sort of walks up past the comfort zone of a couple of you, especially carrying the blade as such, but doesn't seem to be doing so in a manner of wanting to attack. But she sort of damn near gets in between Riven and Krane. And she looks at you, Embra, and she says, you don't exactly match the description. I assume you are Embra, and that would make, and he looks at you, Vazur, and says, that would make Vazur, and points a finger.
Perhaps.
I've traveled some distance, and I don't want to exactly play your game at this moment. I would certainly appreciate an answer in the affirmative, if I am correct.
Apologies for being cautious when you followed us down into a dungeon that was quite a hassle to get through, and you walk up covered in blood and asking names. Not exactly safe feeling.
If you would like a name to calm your senses, Krane sent me.
Ah. Well then yes, I visit.
Good. My name is Lady Darren. I owed Krane a favor, and she called. I believe another name you all know, Caladir. He is the one who facilitated the transaction and sent me here. When Krane could not sense any of you in the material plane anymore, she got a bit worried.
So you're some sort of hired sword?
In this current moment, I feel I am a, travel agent.
Great. Can you book us some passage to the Eidolon?
It may be within my power. She will step up another and say, it seems that Krane did not have a good picture of you in her mind, as I don't believe she has met you, but you were mentioned when she talked to all of your friends here. It's easy to find a fire Genasi in these places. I don't see a lot of you.
I've only met the two personally.
She will sort of squeeze in between Embra and Vazur and just sort of like knock deftly on the door. And she will look at one of you after hearing the response and just say, is this door unlocked?
Yes, but there's a lot of demon... Okay.
I have an order from Lady Zorgan. Vazur, you see her toss, if you guys have ever seen John Wick, like those markers that have like a blood contract, sort of like a medallion, like a circular medallion. She sort of tosses one of those, and it looks to be like crudely made and barbed and quite painful to hold. Probably, it almost looks like it's made out of like an obsidian or a bismuth that's sort of giving it this weird hue of colors. And she tosses it to the lieutenant, who nearly drops it in the hole. And is sort of surprised at the presence of this person. And Lady Darren will continue. Lady Zorgan has secured passage and has made a payment to not only your people, but to your provider, your boss. Now, I will make it clear that these people will not pass on this day, and she will look back at all of you, sort of hoping for the affirming nod, as she says, as they are not permitted to enter your domain. However, allies of theirs are. And she will turn back to the group of Krynth. You are meant no harm here this day, but I will unleash the power of the hells on you should you refuse. As is my duty. I serve the hells.
Well.
After there is a bit of a stunned silence as the Krynth is probably still reading the order, she will turn and sort of begin to exit the room.
Thank you.
And she'll grab like a carafe of water off the table. She will pop down.
Well, did she say she serves the hells?
That's what I thought she said.
That doesn't sound good, does it?
Nope. No, it does not.
She will pop down a candle on the table and just begin to fill out something in what seems to be the equivalent of like sort of like a vellum notepad that has maybe half a dozen or so pages, it seems. And she will readjust herself on the bench to make room for anyone who would like to sit. And she says, I won't need any of your signatures on this day. However, if I do need to send any documentation, I would need to know either who to send it to or if any one of you have a diplomat's bag.
I don't know what that is.
I do not have one, but I have an estate that, or well, we have an estate that you can send such papers to.
You have anything a bit faster? This is why I mentioned the pouch.
I mean, I could take a piece of paper.
It is possible that the documents have not been generated at this time.
I see.
Generated?
As in made.
Lady Dazarin sighs and says, very well. And she will use thaumaturgy, and she'll just say, if you have no objections, and she closes the door. She rustles something out from sort of a small bag that she has, sort of like a pack that seems to have been hidden away somewhere on her person. And she will pull out a leather sort of, a leather bag, almost like a messenger bag. And she will, I guess, offer it really to the group. But whoever wants to take it can feel free.
I'll take it.
Lady Dazarin.
Yes, stranger.
What do you mean by you serve the hells, as I'll kind of just approach the table?
She is still writing with this sort of metal pen that she has, as you see some ink squirt out as she affixes the point of it to the vellum and write out some more notes. And she says, I am contracted by those who serve in the layers of hell to be a knight of their command. Any questions so far? As she is still writing.
Not yet.
So you serve devils, then?
Better than serving demons, my friend.
I believe that fiends of any other kind would disdain the others, but
Well, fiends are
I
something
think
entirely different, but I see your point.
I would say that all of them are of a, well, evil variety.
Well, perhaps you haven't met the right demons. Although there are many forms of sin in this place.
From what I understand, fiends, demon or devil alike, are embodiments of sin.
Well, I would hate to advocate for sin in any way or shape, but it has worked for me in the past. Now, that pouch. I am going to send you documentation of our interaction here, as she sort of has recorded a transcript, it seems, of the last minute or so's conversation. And she will send it into a pouch that she has, and as she closes the clasp, on her side of the pouch, you feel a bit of like a mental vibration, kind of like you got a message, and it directs your mind sort of towards the pouch that you now hold. And it seems that the document that she had just wrote is now inside your diplomat's pouch. And you see...
Ruggedly handsome orc.
What was that?
I said, what do you mean, ruggedly handsome orc?
Yeah. And on the document that she sent, she addressed it to Reinhold Scholzbane, which is how you introduce yourself to Krane and her people, as well as Galadir.
So do you have to, like, record every action you take?
No, it just sends a document of your choosing. as long as you address it to somebody who has a pouch.
I hate to be stupid and ask a stupid question here, but why would I need this document?
There's something I might need if we are to be in contact, and you are to get Krane and her people home.
Ah,
So, your intervention was able to allow us to secure this passage for Krane and her people, but if it is a giant chasm in the ground, are we supposed to signal them or lead them here, or how exactly do we proceed from here?
It will take some time for Krane and her people to arrive here, and there is no guarantee that Kaladir will be busy. So, either they show up in the next few hours or the next few days. Either way, you're more than welcome to wait here, or I can facilitate with my people and let Krane know that your part of the bargain has come to a close.
I feel like it hasn't come to a close until we see it to its end.
Well, as I said, you may feel free to stay here for the next few days. Now, about the other point of business. I have associates, two of which are upstairs in the Dwarven Stronghold. I have instructed them not to cause harm to any of the non-guarding entities. However, on my way in, I would like to assure you that I left the wonderful, cheerful woman in the metal contraption unharmed, and did not come across anything until I saw you folks.
So, you had no
That's-
interaction, be it friendly or violent, with anyone?
Well, when you have ground troops, it's very seldom that the colonel needs to get involved, I would say.
Colonel?
Just a matter of rank is all I was insinuating.
I see.
We appreciate your assistance.
Glad to hear it. Let's see. Is there any questions from the more anxious of you? I can sense a bit of tension in the room. Do not be frightened.
Yeah, you serving devils, that's, I mean, it's like wholly wrong on many levels. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but that seems, I feel like there are better jobs out there.
And what did your piousness get you today, friend?
That, not a big fan of that question, to be honest.
Yes, well, keep the faith.
I think the absence of active good does not imply or condone evil.
I never said anything about doing any evil here today.
I believe that those you work for actively do such.
Riven, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say I'm not worried about it. She hasn't done anything to harm us. And for all I know, she's making it up. And I'm content to think that way until I see otherwise.
I will admit I am still a bit uneasy.
Has she given you cause to feel uneasy? Came in and helped us?
Yes, but as you would imagine, an acolyte of someone, say Tosh or Shamol, to be trying to live by their own creed, by the god or goddess's creed, those who would work for fiends are working for literal fiendish means.
Perhaps the cat's new life has given him a better outlook on morality.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps your death and new rising has given you cause to think about these things in a different way.
I think that while it is not unheard of for people such as yourselves or your compatriots to turn over a new leaf, I do not think it's possible through inaction. I think someone should be wary of those who have not chosen to try and become something better.
Better. I've made a lot of places better. I've done a lot of things to keep things in line, in check, people in check. She unsheathes her greatsword and puts it on the table, kind of like chucks it style, much like chucking like a mobile phone on a pillow at the end of a long day. And she tosses her longsword, or her greatsword rather, on the table. And you can do a medicine check to confirm this, but she'll say, I gained a great number of scars dispatching this creature. This blade of mine is made from the ribs of a steel devil, one who was out of line in my home, in the place I was brought up to be what I am today. A place that is not so different than your own. A place that has a lot more evils that need to be in check. And the ones who do the checking are the ones who I serve. Now, if you begin to paint with a broad brush, that is fine, but if you do so to my people, I will make sure to use this blade as a brush to ensure that the only color you see in the rest of your days is the crimson red that leaves your body if you insult me again.
Could I step in here for a moment? We don't want to offend you in any way, and I certainly don't think Riven intended to either. But just to put this to rest, Riven, whatever loyalties she holds, at this moment right now, she's helping us and helping the people who need our help and her help, apparently. Right? Whether or not she's serves an evil devil or a fiend or what have you, she's doing a good deed right now. I think that's cause enough to keep her on our good side, or keep us on her good side.
I guess I'll sort of think about it for a moment, as I will just say, perhaps I have jumped to a conclusion or such that may not encompass the whole truth, yet some of the truth I do grasp at. I know that those who keep others in line, those who serve order of sorts, bear merit, for chaos unleashed would be, well, it would be hell on earth. But a snake who keeps others in the garden, makes sure that they do not eat every bird available, is still a snake.
We are not the birds, and right now, she is not the snake.
What was that attribute that wasn't available?
Something about action surge, don't like that.
I mean, I understand it. Embra just, yeah, I'm gonna fucking leave.
Lady Dazrin is continuing to drink from her carafe of water that she's picked up from the table, and is what seems to be filing more paperwork.
Riven,
I'm not like squaring up or anything like that. Like I'm not. I guess I'm not like in like a combative stance or anything like that. Just kind of standing there.
you're lucky they hold me back.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Hold me
I
back.
don't know why
Vazur.
that keeps popping up.
Yeah, for a second I thought she was just gonna roundhouse me. I was gonna be like, yeah,
no,
I
it's
kind of
just-
deserve that.
For some reason, it's every time I activate the
action
character
surge
sheet or something. Maybe this will do it. There we go. I got it rid of it. She does not seem to have any sort of retort or anything. She seems to be kind of guard down and whatnot. Doesn't seem to be in a big hurry either.
I understand. I won't press the issue any further. I will look at Reinhold and I will say, so our next step is to merely wait then.
We could. I don't see how we could help get them here any safer. But at the same time, we could wait here and make sure they get in safely. They do have to go through Dunmuldir still.
Well, it's I suppose a good thing that we dealt
if
with a decent
I
amount of the dangers.
Might interject here. Dunmuldir has been secured, and two of my compatriots are probably inquiring about any dietary needs for the innocents, I would say. Any of the non-guarding personnel in Dunmuldir.
Wait, did you neutralize the entire like complex?
No, as I had stated earlier, I came through without a hitch.
I think she was saying that they're perhaps giving food to the civilians, or seeing if they need any.
That is a more accurate statement, yes.
How does that help get the Gloomos into here?
It's not.
No, I just want to assure you that there will be no funny business from when our mutual acquaintances arrive in Dunmuldir to the time that they have to travel here.
Oh.
Yes,
Very good.
the outpost does not need to be manned at this current moment in time. In fact, it's easier if it isn't, which is why we sent the advanced team.
Good. Then do we need to do anything else?
I believe our business here is, for the most part, concluded. Although, as I said, you're more than welcome to stay here and watch the passage of your employers.
I certainly feel obligated to make sure they make it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
At the very least, it seems we have some time to kill.
How much of our journey or of our personage did Krane tell you of?
Some of it was told by her. Some was due diligence, research we might have gathered before embarking on this expedition, I would say. Are you worried that she had given information meant to be private?
Of sorts, I suppose. I'm wondering if this due diligence and research is how you had found or discovered of my death and rebirth, as you would put it.
Yes, she thinks of how to phrase this as to appease the sensibilities of the types of people she's conversing with. And she says, we're always notified when somebody like yourself goes down.
Somebody like myself. What does that mean?
It seems there is a reason to have you on record.
Out of character. Oh, that seems kind of nefarious.
Darth Nefarious.
Okay. His name is Darth Farius, first of all. There's no connection between those two words.
Darth Fruit Basket.
Does that mean that... Would you, by your own, I guess, opinion, would you think that is due to the group I travel with? Or for another reason? Like, are the other members of my party on this watch list as well?
I have no reason to believe that your friends have any acquaintances on my side of the crust, as it were.
And I do.
Yeah, bloodlines travel a long way. That's all I can think of.
Wait, never mind.
I don't suppose... You are, of course, I imagine, the sort of commanding officer of your little troop that is in Dun Muldir, correct?
That is accurate. This bread is fantastic for being out.
Yes, it's apparently been prepared for quite a while. With that, I'm probably gonna just kind of let that soak in for a minute. I imagine I'll just sit over here.
You don't know Lady Zorgan, do you?
No, the name doesn't ring a bell, I don't think. I don't think I've met anyone else of your persuasion in my travels.
Fair enough. Thought perhaps you were a relative or some such.
Some terms or mannerisms you've used sound familiar. Tip of my tongue, maybe, but nothing that I can recognize.
It'd probably go a long way to find a connection. Anyways, human and all.
I see.
Pay no mind to the Krinth. They are a often subjugated people, but not without their uses. Sometimes they get shit for being who they are. Didn't mean to insult them. Perhaps just playing the power card while I had it.
What do you think is Krane and her people's estimated time of arrival?
Could be a few days. Could be much faster. As I said, Kaladir, who facilitated this thing, I know he has his ways.
You're back again, sorry.
So, should we play cards or something?
I don't gamble.
Ah,
I mean, I guess we wouldn't necessarily need a wager. Or do you mean more like take risks?
I would not be competing in a fair capacity.
Fair enough. What do you usually do to pass the time?
Every so often I'll try and even out my arms, my shoulders. kind of really been working on sort of getting calves right. And sometimes I'll trim up the hair.
I see. Reinhold, Krane, would you like to play some cards?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you playing for any money or?
I don't want to offend the local Hellraiser here, so I think we'll just play a couple of friendly games of 3-person euchre, unless Vazur wants to join. Maybe Embra.
Incredible.
Why not?
Scales is gonna curl up sort of under the table.
Really hope that Lady Darren doesn't just get up and start doing calisthenics.
You never know.
It's all about those gains, bro.
No, bro, serving the 9 hells is totally legit, bro. There's nothing shady about it, bro. We're bringing order, peace, security to my new empire.
That's crazy.
Also, I think Blair would be gone by now.
Yeah, I think our warding bond would also be gone.
Oh
yeah.
I'll get that out of there and boom. And a boom. And a boom. A boom. A boom.
So, I suppose we play some games. Embra, would you like to join us for some sort of card game? As it seems like we have a couple of days to pass the time. Then what you doing over there? Is the buff lady scaring you?
Perchance.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. I imagine we probably just play after a little bit.
Right. I'm trying to see. I know there's card support in Foundry. And you could deal them to people. So like I could deal 2 to you, to Darren, to Zach, to Temi. And did you guys just get a notification?
No.
I see the thing in the chat, but
I do see the thing in the chat.
oh, I guess I can draw them.
Can you click draw
There's
them?
no decks available from which you can draw.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
okay,
if that
hold
would
up.
work or not.
Okay, I have 2 cards in my hands and I flipped them, so I know what they are.
Okay. So you guys can play like Blackjack.
Hit me.
How the hell do you flip them?
You hit face. The up arrow.
Okay,
So, like,
okay. That's kind of cool.
All right. Anyone else need a card?
Hit me.
Okay. Deal 1 to Zach. I guess well, I'll try this if we play another hand, but I think there's a way that we can reveal it because I mean Blackjack is like heads up.
I think you sent it to Temi instead.
Oh, did I?
There's play card on the right side.
Ah,
So
shit.
theoretically, we would like play our cards and see what we all added up to.
Wait, is this you? There you go. That's you.
There you go. And it broke.
We're having so much fun over here, Darren. You should fucking join us. Instead of doing squats in the corner.
I'm gonna reset this. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this one more time. So I want to deal 2 cards at random, and I want them to be revealed. Revealed cards.
Isn't the bottom card in Blackjack hidden?
I'm not even that bothered right now.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
cheat.
Does that reveal them? I guess for you guys it does, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and that was a
All right.
stream one, so now I need to get Zach involved here. Boom. 2 at random. Revealed cards, Zach, which is what I thought I did. See, now it's just going to Temi. Well, this shit brokey.
Alrighty, I'm ready to play this round, though.
Motherfucker already got blackjack, probably.
Here we go.
Well, there's
Maybe-
2 cards, does that?
See, that's weird. Alright. Who needs a goddamned card?
Hit me.
Alright. 1 revealed card to Zach.
Shit. Hit me.
Okay. 1 dealt card revealed to
Oh,
Darren. Boom.
Fuck. You and me.
Oh, I'll stay.
Okay.
Did you bust?
I'm about to bust.
I knew you were gonna do
I'm about to bust.
it.
Can't kill when he has a 19 and hits.
Oh no. How you doing, Vazur?
I've busted.
Oh, okay, hit me.
Love that. Deal.
I love that for me.
1 revealed card. Darren.
Hold on, I gotta do some math here.
Bro, it's like 4
Wait.
numbers.
Buddy. Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Why does the queen have a value of 12?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out.
because the jack would be 11, the queen would be 12, and the king would be 13.
In
Because
blackjack?
I don't think Well, I don't think it's set to blackjack. I think it's
Oh,
just
right.
card number value.
Yep. No, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We know the rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know how it works.
That makes so much more sense.
Oh boy.
It'd be pretty fucked if there's a card that was worth 13 in blackjack.
I'm
Like
gonna
on hand, you could bust.
say.
Okay.
Oh wait, technically I didn't, but maybe I did. I don't remember. I don't remember how the cards work in this.
Do you have an ace? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
Aces are 1s or 10s, right? Or
Ones
1s
Aces
or...
are 1s or
11s.
11.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Depends
technically,
on what you want.
I guess I could keep going, but I accidentally sent one of my cards to Abigail.
Nice.
I'm just here, Abigail. I have one of my cards.
Well, here. You fucked up, so I'm getting cards away from you.
You have been dealt.
Now, is there a thing where you guys can reveal?
I think it's play.
No, because I think that just puts them to a person.
Hold on,
Mm.
let me try. Play. Revealed cards.
Pass
Oh, I see.
to.
Cast 2 cards in hand. Abigail. Yeah, I see. You'd have to send it to someone. To some other hand or pile. So you'd have to like put it in the. Like I would have to send my cards to like Drew or something for him to see what I actually got.
Oh, interesting.
So say I'll click reveal cards, and I'll send both of mine to Drew.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting.
Can I just check what you have?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
we
see
can
what
click
you
them
have.
too. We can see them too.
Yeah, so you can just click on my revealed cards and see what I have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That makes so much more sense. All right. Well, hey, happy Blackjack.
Doom.
I'm glad I understand how that works now.
E and E tied though.
Yeah, and I win all ties, so.
House always wins.
Darren, you busted. What do you mean?
Dude, no, the queen is not 12.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got fooled.
Yep.
Yeah. So so we tie. So yeah, I guess house wins. I've never played blackjack. I'm not a gambler
Yeah.
like Darren here.
So now I recall all cards to the deck. Boom.
No!
Yep.
And I play Pot of Greed,
Which allows me to draw 2 additional cards.
and that allows me to summon the Pot of Greed. Trademark.
Oh, that's cool. It's a bunch of shuffling. All right, we can get those out of
Alright.
there.
So I suppose with the extra time, the extra 1.9 days that we have,
Yep.
I suppose we could probably just search the archives more if we wanted to learn more stuff.
Definitely could.
I want my headache to go away.
Oh, but I'm right here all night.
Unless there's anything else we can, I guess, do to pass the time. It's up to you guys. Well, I guess it's up to us, but
I'd rather not go anywhere near the archives.
I mean, we cleared out the area.
Yeah, we did, but now Big Candle Guardian's probably going to be coming back.
Your cover's like 1 hit point a month.
All it takes is 1 hit point, E.
Well, it hasn't been a month yet.
I don't think I ever said month, but I understand what you're.
I just know it was a long time.
Mm.
And if he has like 1 hit point, I could probably just like bop him. Unless I get instant gaggered.
I don't know what to do with all this time.
Yeah, I figured we're either gonna be myrtleized or be myrtleizing. I honestly didn't think that we would be pulled out of that one. They were very stubborn people.
You've started to associate with people who have certain powers. I would say socially.
It does seem that way, huh? We should get into politics.
No, thank you. Krane, who's about to run for mayor. Yeah.
Older Greyclaw busts through the door and beats the living shit out of me.
This time we hear the click clackety of claws on stone, along with a large amount of hissing.
And no one stops him because Vazur deserved it.
Absolutely.
Then we have tax collectors from wherever Reinhold's from, because his actual crime was just tax evasion.
Felony tax evasion.
It's a high quality thief right there.
That's right.
Call me a wealthy level 7 monk because I have tax evasion.
Lady Dazrin will say, in fact, sort of just echoing what I was saying, in fact, because I wanted to bring it up. So what do you attribute your success in conversing with the higher-ups in certain social circles?
As in, what do you think helps us get through, like, interactions in that persuasion or circle?
Perhaps, or what led you to knowing some of the people I know?
I'm still not sure of the connection myself, but I
just owed
imagine...
Skirine a favor.
Like a personal one, or like a symbolic one?
I would consider it more personal.
I see. Well, did that extend to your compatriots upstairs, or they just sort of follow you around?
They do as I do. It's good to roll with people of their skills, I would say.
I see.
Lobo is more of my right-hand person. Crust is a bit new to the team, but settling in well.
Do you see a high turnover rate in your position? I would
Not
expect
often.
one.
More of a only so many jobs to take. Doesn't exactly cultivate a large pool of employees.
So, did you come into the position through, like, an application, or unwillingly?
I didn't seek to lead, if that's what you're asking. I believe I was called to it, and it took me some time to answer, but nonetheless I did. I was born in the Hells, so the commute wasn't all too terrible.
And you said you were but a human.
That is correct.
I don't envy your fortune.
I don't envy my foibles either. I'm getting a mental tinge of uneasiness around the room.
No.
Well, I do try to be truthful, I suppose. An open book, really. I'm trying to, I suppose, keep a open mind, if not civil, but I can't quite shake it.
Well, guess nobody said these things were easy. What led you down your path?
Mine?
Yours? Anyone's? Gonna be here sometime, it seems. Figured I'd ask.
I suppose mine was a sense that I saw suffering in the world, and I searched for a way to become able to change that, or at least to alleviate it where I saw it. I became a wanderer of sorts. That was most of it, I suppose. I saw someone who had the ability to do such and asked for them to teach me.
Where'd you find the courage to leave home?
Well, when you live where I do, the courage is more to stay, I would say. Knight's Reach is not the most hospitable of places, although I will admit, probably more hospitable than your own hometown.
That's fair.
But I suppose the idea was that I did not come from any sort of tattered home. I honored those who I knew and cared for, and when the time came, learned that a greater calling could be met if I were to branch out and leave.
Fair enough.
I sort of look around. I dare say that that's at least a similar note to many of us here. I know that a lot of us saw things in our own area that weren't quite either to our liking or not what we were looking for, and decided to become better, or at least attempt to improve ourselves.
Mind if I bring out my pet? He's getting a little antsy. Kept him caged up a bit.
A pet?
Yeah. I don't exactly like bringing him alongside me during these outings, but seeing as all seems to be quiet on the Western Front here.
I suppose I wouldn't mind if no one else does.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. Come on.
He's not going to get my pet, is he?
I will keep him in check, although I don't think he looks at your pet with a taste in his mouth.
I'd be more worried about you eating her pet, Vazur.
Mm.
Me eating my pet or her pet?
Her pet, not Gale's.
Well, I mean, I doubt it looks tasty too.
All right. Give me a second here.
I've seen you bite the neck off of a giant, monstrous serpentine tentacle creature.
True.
Yeah, well, it called for it at the time,
All right. Come on, boy.
and I was hungry.
Don't be shy. There you go.
Super scares me. Oh my god! Is it a tornado?
You see before you all, there is a large bone devil that is sort of like cackling and cracking its bones and sort of stretching out, just like cracking like a spine.
Yeah, me eating hers, huh?
Hey,
And
I've
she-
seen what large Vazur can do.
She points to the adjacent table, and she'll say, "Go on, help yourself." And you just hear the as it sort of munches down some food.
You're
can't-
kidding.
I can't be the only one unnerved by this, am I?
I mean, that thing is pretty fucking spooky looking.
You keep that as a pet?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't exactly,
And I get it. Love is love.
can't ride him like a mount, but, nonetheless, he serves me well.
You show him loyalty, and he shows you the same, right?
He's never turned on me.
What's his name?
Really?
Bob.
Is it Spike?
I don't think I would name a bone devil Bob, but I could be wrong.
You never know.
I call him Ozzy myself.
Aw. Why is that actually kind of cute?
Yeah, okay, that's
It isn't.
Oh, come on, Reinhold.
the name is, but not the creature.
I command this beast to kill things every so often. Please do not show him disrespect.
Seems more like a familiar than a pet.
It's probably closer to family than a pet.
Oh.
No, Vazur, no.
No, I get it, though. In skills was nothing but nuts and bolts until I put my devotion into him.
Embra, the bone devil pushes a plate of like apples towards you.
Oh no.
Being kind to Embra.
Maybe he just confuses her for an old family friend or something.
No, that's just being rude.
Okay, so you say thank you, and you just hear like an excited breathing.
If Lady Dazrin was keeping in on the uneasy vibes, they might have gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I'm sensing it's getting really tense in here. I'm gonna unleash my monster to loosen some of that tension.
Let me just put you guys at ease. Let me summon my bone devil here. Yeah, so being nice to her seems like a really good idea now, Reinhold, right?
I didn't know she could summon a bone devil.
Oh man, works for the powers of hell. Probably uses some hellish like powers, right? No, that's too much of a jump in logic, Riven.
I never said that
You
was a
fucking
jump in
idiot.
logic. I never said it was a jump in logic. I'm just saying, for right now, she's doing nice things.
It's like, oh yeah, Temi the Time Bomber walks into your work, but he just buys some fucking Pedialyte, dog. I don't know.
Mm,
Doesn't mean he's not gonna time bomb you later.
that's crazy.
Anyway,
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to distance myself as much as possible from that.
I mean, you're already the furthest that anyone in this room is away.
Yeah.
whereas Embra is staying close to it.
We'll sort of mention as I'm assuming Reinhold does it like subtly, like starts to like walk around for a minute here, and then okay. So as you're like down here, like getting up and sort of making it look like you're stretching your legs, Lady Dazrin will continue and say, as she's like mid-bite of food, she'll say, "You've got a message waiting for you when you're back topside. Some of them don't travel well through the plains."
We have a message. What in his bag?
No, all I know is that it's from, and she pulls up her sort of notepad again. A high Sauburn.
I see.
Deba!
He is the boss.
I don't know. Seems urgent, but
I suppose we should probably go take that message.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we need a chance to leave this room.
Should we keep half or a couple of us here? I suppose you guys could go take the message and I can keep an eye on things.
I can stay here.
Okay, I guess I'll just go then. Wait, who can receive the message?
Well,
In the bag?
no,
it's a regular message.
She specifically said, like mentioned Reinhold.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Don't worry.
She'll also give sort of a bit more detail and say, I'm assuming it's important if it was, and she searches for the word, and she goes through a couple different words in a different language, and she says, if it was upcast.
Oh.
I see.
Wait, hold on a second. Are we not on the material plane at this moment?
That's a good
So I thought I made that clear. My apologies.
I think when we jumped through the giant, like, weird hole to get to the archives, I think we had passed.
With the hand thing at the entrance?
Yeah.
I see.
I think we were in some sort of weird plane. Maybe a demi-plane.
Yeah, This is a pocket dimension in somewhere in the far realm. Not sure exactly where, but kind of tracking down that information isn't always the easiest.
Is that why a gateway to the Eidolon would spawn here? Because it's not as tethered to the material plane as it would be to itself?
It's quite possible. I don't really study these things. It may move in a certain way while not being tied as a point in like a vector chart, I would assume. I'm afraid I don't have an exact answer.
I wouldn't either. My arcane studies are not very developed. I would ask Vazur or Embra for such a thing, I guess. But Reinhold, if you wish to go receive that message.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I will accompany him.
Sure.
I'll stay here.
So this will take a little bit of time, just because it takes moments to get like back up top and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will pass by the archivist in her wheelchair. I mean, before that, the Candelabrum Guardian is still seems to be regenerating, much as the other sort of archival scribe blades are. And eventually getting to the archivist, she doesn't prompt you with any questions. If Lady Dazrin was as formal as she was with her, then she was with you guys, and the Krinth, you're probably assuming that the archivist didn't have any questions or reservations.
Hi, it's a pleasure to see you, but we have to go take a message. Okay, bye.
Yeah, she will help you get back up, and she does a very simple, what you would think to be a short ritual to sort of, I guess for lack of a better word, like reverse the gravity, as to sort of levitate you from the hand up towards the hole that you first sort of head in, of the one that Embra uncovered. And when you do so, that is when, much like a voicemail that you get after you're done roaming, you hear Daba's voice in your ear, Reinhold. And he will say, it's been some time since our chat. I have components for the ritual ready. Can't exactly get a beat on you, so I hope everything's okay. If not, shit.
We gotta love the Heizalbern. He probably knows the cards.
Am I able to respond? Or is it like one of those things where it's too late?
Now, well, yeah, it's a bit too late now. You're not sure when that message was sent, but you guys have only been down here for probably, I don't know, a few hours, 2-3 hours maybe.
Hey, Vazur, do we still have a sending stone for
Valros.
Valros? Thank you.
I
Somebody voice.
I believe we do. I have two sets of... I have one sending stone to Rashaz and then another sending stone in my inventory. I believe was to the Hazalbern.
I thought it was for Valros, and then Valros...
Oh yeah, that was... You're right.
Mm-hmm. And then Riven, who was your sending stone to?
Mine is to Valros.
Oh, he's got the Valros one. I don't know what this other one is.
Because remember, everyone harps on me for my word choice.
Oh, that's right. It is I, Riven Caldros.
They're probably gonna think it's weird when I don't.
Reinhold, maybe yours is to Vazur.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We do have the one to each other.
So go ahead and change the name of those in your
Yeah,
inventory.
please. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I think mine is just sending stones.
Yeah, I just meant like if you can parentheses it and just say like, oh, Vazur or something.
Can I edit? Oh, yeah, edit item. Where the fuck is the parenthesis on my keyboard? There it is.
So Vazur's gonna be like, okay, Rashad, so what do you need to do? You need to find a man named Valros in Port Principe. He's going to contact the Heizalbern, and then it's only 25 words, so you don't get much further than that.
Or I'm gonna pick up the other one and be like, all right, Valros. Oh, and then Reinhold starts vibrating, like, oh shit.
No, and then like you're talking to him, like, oh, hold on, Vazur, I got a message here.
You used to call me a Marcel Stone.
Did it?
There's another shorter message that comes across. There's a bit of a delay just after that first one gets through, but the other one comes across and says, "Hey, still trying to get to you. I wouldn't trust the Nashanai. might be posing as someone else. Can't get a beat. Don't be concerned. Act natural.
Oh man. Paranoia.
So I'm gonna go take a
A
I'll be
walk.
So, what did the message say, Reinhold?
Well, Deba is
Bidet.
Deba was having a hard time reaching us, so he was a little bit concerned. And then he said to not trust the Nashanai because he couldn't get a beat on him either. But I'm guessing that's because we were in a pocket dimension of some kind.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Vazur, give me an intelligence check. All right. Yeah, pocket dimension.
I see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Couldn't get the
Yeah,
beat.
I couldn't see any other explanation for it. Well, anyway, messages are done. Oh, he said the ritual was almost ready. Or was ready.
Hmm.
That was the other part. Sorry, most important part. Forgot about that.
What was that ritual for again?
Oof.
Vazur gets dark vision. No. No, he's got goggles.
Something to do with red.
It ties back to red in tracking more information / where the energy for red is, or how to sort of locate other
track his artifacts.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
This is technically a side quest.
That's
I
true.
love side quests.
Like,
Shaq
technically.
Shaq said he's running out of them on Twitter. That's a true story.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal said that?
Yeah. Because that was always the joke when he was like, wait, what do you mean Shaquille O'Neal is a DJ? Or like, what do you mean he's like
a
acting
pro
in 3
golfer.
movies this year? Or a pro golf? Yeah. So he's like, shit, I'm running out of side quests.
But the question is, has he not done the first main quest yet?
Kind of like Snoop Dogg in that way, where he's got his like hands and everything.
Snoop
Wait.
Dogg exists.
Vazur,
Yeah.
do you think Deba's having a hard time getting a beat on Nashanai because Nashanai's dead?
Well, I mean, possibly. Depends on what kind of spell he's using.
Well, either way, it's not important. We can totally trust Nashanai. I mean, Riven.
I mean, he has never given me a reason to doubt him.
Yeah, same here.
So, Darren, do you know how quick it is to kill an orc in their sleep? It's like pretty fucking quick. No,
Almost as quick as killing a Lizardfolk in their sleep.
Yeah.
you just put some bacon around their throat and tell the Lizardfolk there's some bacon.
That's crazy.
2 birds with 1 strip of pork.
two lizard. No. Me
2
when
lizards can do what?
Yeah. when your lizard folk, your lizard folk when I.
Godzilla died. Godzilla had a stroke while trying to read this and died.
Well, I guess you better head back down there, eh? Alright.
Yeah.
I will start dragging Vazur's, empty body back to the entry.
So, I'm gonna bring you guys over here just for a moment.
How dare you?
And then, give me a moment here. Back through that room, should you so choose.
I mean, yeah.
And let me get rid of these. Boom. A boom. And then let's go something like that. So as you guys start making your way back, like towards the classroom in the hallway, you see the Candelabrum Guardian has replenished a bit. And not to halt you in any way, but he will just sort of nod at you both, and
Sorry.
I commend you on your resolve. Fought well.
You too. No hard feelings, yeah?
As long as you aren't forsaking the rest of the archive.
No, total respect. This place is great, you know? Lots of really nice knowledge and stuff, and we're keeping everything as it is, you know? Being very, very respectful.
Good. If the Krynth are in the archive room, rather the artifact room, and there is nothing to save there, I wouldn't forsake your own lives if there are no items to recover. If they don't trespass any further, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They had no interest in venturing out. Pretty much, there's nothing in there. But they said that they're just guarding the entrance to their realm. So you guys shouldn't have any problems.
Good. Okay, I'm resting.
Yeah, cool. So we're good, like in and out if we wanted to, like in the future or something.
At least today.
Okay. Okay. You have a good nap.
Door's that way.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you say just today?
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not great.
It's not good. Well, it's not great. Always the optimist.
Your voice change is still on. I love it. Always the optimist.
Not today.
that's Scale's internal monologue.
I love it.
Let's see. By the time you guys got back, this bone devil is now in the corner. Seems to have knocked over one of the ever-present magical light sources and is playing with it like it's a large, oversized stick, being sort of the platform that the candelabrum is lying on. It's like on a plinth of iron, and then the sort of candelabra is attached to the top of that. He's just sort of playing with it.
You, Riven, you look me in the eye and you tell me that thing isn't cute.
I think the one you're trying to convince is Reinhold more than me.
Oh, Reinhold, you look me in the eye and you tell me that thing isn't cute.
No.
No, you can't do it, or no, you disagree.
No, I won't do it, and no, I do also disagree.
It's okay to be wrong.
Oh, jeez. Hello, Lady Desmond.
You all hear a knock again on the southern door.
I'll get it. Who's there?
I have some matters to discuss with Lady Dazrin.
It's for you, Lady Dazrin.
God, the darkness.
Lady Dazrin will approach. And each of these two creatures will clasp hands together. And the Krynth says, "It appears that one of my kin was speaking out of turn behind your presence. He would like to apologize and would like to emphasize that he would not question a Hell Knight." And to that, Lady Dazrin nods, sort of tongue-in-cheek for a moment. And she tells the Krinth, she says, his apology is worthy and noble. No lashes. The Krinth will nod and, yes, Lady Dazrin. Thank you for your understanding. And he sort of slowly, solemnly sort of closes the door. And Lady Dazrin goes back to her seat.
Is it generally lashes for those who offend you?
Not if I'm adjudicating.
I see.
Not even one lash?
I don't find it to be sound management of personnel.
Good. That was a trick question to figure out if you were really evil or not. Not that I thought you were.
Takes all sorts.
Is that your title then, as a Hell Knight?
I am called it. I don't often refer to my occupation. More just by title.
Is there a specific thing you would call yourself then? Or would you keep adjudicate?
I believe what I have introduced myself as would fit fine.
I'll give a nod. Seems we have a bit more time to use. Reinhold, what was the message from the High Zalbern?
Important ritual is almost ready. He was having a hard time getting in touch with me, to us being here. That was about the gist of it.
Very well.
Also, Riven, the Candelabrum Guardian, says hi.
Oh, yes, we also only have the rest of the day in order to not fight him again.
We're totally cool, though. Like, he probably was just joking.
Yeah, no, probably not, but yeah.
He didn't strike me as someone who had a sense of humor.
You would be surprised. He's a funny guy.
Well, let's just hope he's not working too hard.
He's hardly working.
You know, burning the candle at both ends.
Oh,
I don't like it here.
well, I mean, as much as I hate to not see this through, there's other important business to take care of.
The ritual is kind of pressing.
Indeed.
Plus, having to fight the Candelabra Guardian again would not be helpful.
And Lady Dazrin has shown herself to be extremely capable.
Well, she's shown herself to help us with our current quest.
And of which she said is completed, and a technicality, I suppose. But we are technically good to go.
If I could make a suggestion, although do not feel pressured by this. It is more than possible that I could swap my advanced team with all of you. That way I could be reunited with them. And if you would like to get the civilians out of Dun Muldir, you have my blessing. Right now they are being kept secure, but like I said, if it frees up my team, then I'm all for it.
What exactly are they?
Hmm.
Go ahead. What exactly are they keeping the civilians secure from?
They're not in the game.
Do you expect the game to expand much outward from where we are?
If all goes well, I would say no.
I confess I think your advanced team is a bit far to be anywhere even remotely near the action.
That is why I would prefer them to be here, but I don't want the civilians that are currently stationed in Dun Muldir to go off running without a little pep talk first about discretion.
I see. Understood.
Oh, as in the dealings that are currently going on.
So, long story short, clear everyone out. Make sure they keep hush-hush.
I don't think you want any of them discussing that the curious orc folk with their lizard friend with a creature made of metal and the woman with beautiful orange hair were helping their half-drow friend here make the incumbent leader of said outpost disappear into the night and wake up with all the other Dwergar not at their full functions. Such a rumor as that is not to the benefit of anyone.
I agree completely.
I see. That does seem the wiser option, as long as no one is harmed in this.
Agreed.
Those people won't be dismissed until I give them a once-over thoroughly.
I'm okay with this.
As I said, just a suggestion.
With the swappy, I meant.
I obviously would like to make sure that Krane and hers are able to make it through fully, of course.
One of my companions will be able to get word to them. If they agree to give you a what is the word? Proof of life, proof of safety, would this appease?
It would be very much appreciated.
How would that proof be presented?
In the form of what communication?
Either what communication, or I guess even how will it be enforced?
Because I know Krane and my companion has also been in her presence, there is something we can do to create an image for you to talk to that will give you a current standing of things as they are. You may verify date and time if you'd like.
Well, at the very least, it seems that we are able to take you at your word, so I am fine with this plan.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Are we proceeding with this line of thought here?
I think so.
Give me a moment before we leave. She will bring the Bone Devil, Ozzy, into the center of the room, and she will say, "Don't gorge yourself, dear. Just have fun. Don't break too much." Lady Embra, might I have a quick chat? She will step over the table and sort of affix herself to the bench seating. I would like to insulate you from any investigation that might come from anyone finding out that an archive has been opened with your hand. It is to insulate not only you, but your family, of which my employers have a bit of thought about. Most of it good, in which I would assume all parties would like it kept that way. And she will produce a document that basically says, by trial of Hell Knight Dazarin, the Lady Embra Vesalius, I think is the enunciation. Thank you. Was in all ways unknowing of her actions in regards to the events that occurred in the archives of Leao, and it is signed by Hell Knight Lady Dazarin. And it's also got a bit of a cryptic signature as well. And there's also a blank line for which you to sign. And basically it's just a statement saying, hey, if any archives were opened, wasn't me. I have no knowledge of it. That's about
Wasn't
that.
me.
Yeah. And she says, I understand that a lie of this nature is not common, and might need a bit of time to think about. But nonetheless, I have been ordered to offer you this paperwork.
You know, person serving the hells, paperwork, you know. You just give it a quick once-over, they suggest. Give your, signature.
Yeah.
Real fun times.
They say it's just a simple NDA, nothing about like signing over your financial rights. Okay. If at any point, Temi, you want me to actually write out a short thing, feel free. Or, I mean, I can just also tell you, there seems to be no funny business here. You're not, I mean, the funniest business is you don't know who was kind of on the other end of the telephone line instructing Lady Dazarin to do this, but such is the nature of discreetness, I guess. But through your thorough investigation, this letter seems to be genuine. There doesn't seem to be any fine print. It doesn't seem to be a magical item in any sense where it's like cursed or anything. So that is about it. In the meantime, if you all would like, Drew can take you up to Dunmuldir. That being said, I know you're taking Master Wit out with you. If anything needs to be said to the Candelabrum Guardian or the Archivist, we can certainly arrange that.
I imagine I would probably just say something to the Archivist as we left.
Sure. In fact, I
something-
will port you over there right now.
Bye, guys.
Tell a port. I'm going to get you two over here. I'm going to get Reinhold over here. And I'm going to get Krane over here as well. Boom.
Krane has been uncharacteristically quiet. I'm worried.
Boom.
That's fine.
So as you guys sort of enter through, she will close the door and lock it behind you. And she will sort of spin around in her chair. And what would you like to say?
I just wished to thank you for welcoming us into the archives and helping us in what way you could along our journey. I hope that we may have at least made your time here a bit more entertaining for the small time we were here.
Absolutely, you were all wonderful.
I'll come over and try to give her one of those awkward someone sitting down hugs.
This is very kind of you. Thank you. I'm very happy to be of assistance. My lady, in some of my research while you were all away, it appears to me that you have a bit of a connection to this place.
To which Lady Dazrin sort of imposes herself for a moment and sort of lifts an eyebrow and makes sure the right thing is said for a moment. And the archivist continues.
And I understand it is a matter of discretion. So I will inform you, as is my duty, that when you leave this place, you may feel a bit of a change in your being. In a few days, something the archive will part on you as a gift for opening this illustrious Center for Research and Knowledge. And I just thought you should know that before you left. To the rest of you all, you have been more than gracious guests, and I am happy you seem to have, for lack of a better term, enjoy all of what the archive had to offer. Do come again, if you may, and I will be here.
Maybe we'll see you again in the future someday.
Oh, perhaps. I will brush up on jokes to tell.
I would love to hear them.
That is good. Laughter is fun.
That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. My visit to the archives has been complete.
Okay, well, follow me. And
She will lead you all to the room where this all began. And if you're ready to leave, you may intra the hand.
Hey, Vazur.
Yes?
You think whenever we come back, your technological expertise might be able to help her walk or get around a bit better?
I was thinking that too.
I think it might be easier for her, and she might actually enjoy moving around a bit more.
But maybe she enjoys the chair too. Who knows?
That's fair.
Perchance.
Per chair.
Per chair. All right.
Now, how exactly do we get up? Do we just...
Oh, this part's kind of fun.
What part's kind of fun? Oh, no.
So as you are discussing that, in fact, let me see where I want to put these people. There we go. As you're discussing that, you sort of feel your feet give out from under you, and you're just sort of floating there like a levitation for a moment, and then you are brought up a good 10-15 feet at a slow pace, and then as it starts to increase, you realize that gravity is sort of working against you, and you are just levitating at a bit of a higher speed. After a couple minutes, you guys get to the, underground surface again. And as you do, you are led back through the sort of winding cavern where you fought the succubus and the incubus, where Sabin was brought justice by the drowned maiden. And after you are led through that sort of winding stone passageway, you are brought into the... In fact, I will just go outside of that sort of secret door behind the fireplace that you guys closed. And let's stack you guys up top to bottom. And let's do one of these. All right. And here we are. So, welcome back to the material plane.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't really notice how different we all felt until we get back. Weird.
So, Vazur, as you open up that hidden door, you see all the residents, civilians of Dunmuldir, sort of kind of tied up and talking, not really shackled or tied around the legs at all, but just sort of inhibited by rope around the wrist to keep from flailing or going for weapons. And Lady Dazrin will pass by you, Vazur, and Scales. And to everybody in the room, she will make a small speech. And she will say, "All right, listen up. I thank you all for your cooperation, and we will have your binds undone shortly, and you are free to leave Dunmuldir. Now, as you leave this place and pass the bodies of the Duergar outside, I would urge you to think one thing: secrecy. If you speak anything, one word of what happened here between today and last night, when these people arrived, you and your line of blood will be ended from this plane. I will not see to it personally, but I am a very good manager of my people." And she will sort of walk around, making sure to look everyone in the eye at least once. Albeit, you guys notice she does not look at the child. And she will say, once again, as she sort of makes a round, "There are certain things that we cannot reimburse you for. Your time is spent, your memories are to be had at your own leisure, again, privately. However, upon leaving this place, you will find imparted on you a sack of coin. This is for our professionalism to show through. I believe you all have something in your lives that could be solved with a fraction of what we are giving you. Do with it what you will, and I wish you spend it in good health. My associate Lobo is going to come around and undo your binds," in which she will nod to the woman here that seems to be human at first, except you get a little bit of very subtle horns protruding from the forehead, indicating a tiefling lineage. And as this deft human woman goes around, you see this sort of very vibrant red half-plate armor sort of clanking around as she walks. And this long sort of flowing black hair with gray specks in it sort of fall in between the different cavities of the armor around her neck. And she will undo the binds of all the civilians here. And as she does so, you see most of them are stretching, but seem to be remaining calm. And the mood in the room is, for a moment, a bit tense, but after, I'd say, a good 30 seconds or so, when you see no action is being taken as the binds are being undone, in which actually, I'd say Riven, give me a perception check on this.
Okay.
Good. As the woman that has been identified as Lobo goes around and undoes the binds, you see her slip a pouch into everybody's person, whether it be a pocket or slipped into like a purse or a handbag or something. Nonetheless, it happens for everyone. And she will go up to Lady Dazrin, give her a nod and sort of a clasp on the shoulder, and she will stand by the bed here. If you have any questions, I will be here for another few hours before I descend back to where I came. I would hope you would be gone by then. And you see the sort of family start to leave immediately as the door opens up, and they are effectively off screen now. As the door opens up, Krane would be probably the first to see it and remark, but you see, I'd say Vazur and Embra sees Krane do a little gulp, as though the air has been sucked out of Krane's lungs, as Krane is just eyes locked on the next room. Vazur, you go into the middle of the room to see the dead and drained and mutilated bodies of what seem to be a little over half a dozen Dwergar soldiers in this main throne room.
Okay, civilians, eyes up, please. I will try to help guide you over any obstacles, especially keep the little one's eyes closed.
Oh, little one's gone.
What happened? I missed that part then.
She was part of the family.
Oh, okay.
So the man and the woman and that little child were the first to like leave as soon as soon as the speech was over.
Well,
Was that in the name of secrecy, Dazrin?
No, but if you'd like me to show you something, I would be happy to show you the torture room that they were using.
Seems convenient that your slaughter is justified. The mutilation, I'm sure, was a nice extra touch.
Oh, the deals that go on here, I have no care for. In fact, what we carried out today should look like ice cream and sprinkles, if anyone's asked. She will, Lady Dazrin will move most of the bodies on the right-hand side of the room a little bit, sort of into the center, as to clear a path. Vazur, as you exit the room, the other compatriot will say, "Excuse me, sir. My lady, it is done. I have sent Lady Krane a message as you requested. Are you available now?" And Lady Dazrin says, "It isn't up to me. Lizardfolk, do you and your friends wish to speak to Krane at the moment?"
Reinhold, do you want to talk to Krane now, Riven?
Sure, I gotta go pee though.
I think that is acceptable.
Yeah, sure. We'll take the collect call.
You'll accept the charges?
Yeah.
Okay. At some point, all these civilians will head out of the compound at some point.
There's Waywalking.
There's
Werben.
Waywalking and Werben.
Hell yeah.
WW.
I didn't mean
Sorry.
Shump.
Uh,
At least I think I meant Shump.
no, he was in sort of the common room when you guys entered. And Lady Dazrin will say, very well. Crust, you have the go-ahead. And he says, wonderful, my lady. Okay, it's important to stand very still, otherwise the image won't come through to your liking. And she will cast some spell that you're unfamiliar with, although it seems to be almost like illusory in nature because it's got that sort of film effect on the image. It almost looks like, I don't know, like a hypnotic pattern or something, kind of has that sort of weariness to it. But on the other side, like a poorly done hologram, you see what you think to be Krane. In fact, I'll place her right here, and can I give her a little bit of an effect? Let's see. Maybe a little bit of a drop shadow or something? I don't even know. Yeah, that works. That's good enough. But Krane is effectively in your presence, and she will say, with her sort of, I forget the name of the part of the eye that's white. I know we talked about it too.
Sclera.
Yes, thank you. With the black sclera, and completely black eyes, she will say, oh, hello. I'm having a bit of a difficult time seeing you, but I think I can make out Vazur?
Hello, friend.
Hi. Lady Dazrin, I believe, opened this line of communication. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. I am gathering Lisholskin and Tevi right now. We will be heading towards a spot where we can meet Kaladir. He knows a spot. It's an old temple, I think, somewhere in the swamp. Anyways, he says that that's a place of power where he can send us a bit closer to Dunmaldir. Is there anything I need to tell anyone here? Do you want me to send a message to Bogdan or anything?
No, that won't be necessary.
Okay.
I don't think you need to know anything. A lot of the people of Dunmaldir are gone, and so it should be clear for you and your kind. And when you get to the archives, be careful of the guardians and whatnot. They seem to recharge, so just some caution there. But other than that, the way it should be open, and Lady Dazrin seems to be having everything handled.
Oh, okay, great. That's wonderful. Okay, if you want to, well, I guess I could do it. Yeah, I'll talk to Lady Dazrin when I get there. Okay, I'm glad to hear the way is open. Please tell your friends I say hello, and again, I thank you all wholeheartedly. We owe so much to you. This debt will not go unpaid. I promise you that. When we talked, you said you had a residence in, was it Port Principe? You said.
Yes.
Okay. I might send a care package or two when we get settled back home. I don't know how long it'll take. Sometimes supply lines get a bit weird between planes, but just be on the lookout.
Well, thank you very much. We will be.
Okay. All right. I can sense it fading. So, you guys take care. Thank you. And then it goes away.
Yes, very sweet. Thank you, Russ.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Very very happy to help.
Your eyes are both menacing and very beautiful.
Thank you. I've been told they look like seas of lava with an emerald in the middle.
That is an accurate description.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone, Krane did say hi and thank you to all of us.
All my,
Ian.
all my homies hate Skurian.
Oh no.
No, that's not true.
What?
We love Scurry.
But other than that, we're ready to go. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
She will, I'll say Lobo, will come out, and if she senses you guys are leaving, she will sort of, those rings of feather falling that you guys wore and turned back into, to sort of get in here safely and kind of float down into that initial pool of water where you first joined. She will say, you all can use this to get out. Just make sure you put the ring on backwards, as to reverse the polarity. Keep in mind, and I want to state this for what I would call legal reasons, this does not work with every ring. These rings are tuned to this place, so that they have this effect. I don't want you to die falling off a cliff because you thought it would work, or rather trying to climb up a cliff.
That was my first idea.
So, put it on backwards to float upwards for these rings only. You can feel free to keep them, although I think they dissolve after they get a bit far away from this place. I'm not actually sure how that works. But, well, we don't need them. So she will hand one out to each of you as you pass. And I believe that is going to be it with your interactions with these folks, unless you wish to have other conversation.
I'm ready.
Same.
I probably wouldn't say anything to any of them. I would probably just take a small moment by the pile of corpses.
Resquit and Badger.
Just a small prayer. Something along the lines of, wicked may have your deeds been in this life. Hopefully you find virtue instead of vice in the next one.
Very well said.
That is it for me.
Okay. Anything anybody else wants to do before leaving Dunmuldir?
I would rather be rid of this place pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think that Reinhold or Riven would be very happy if I was going to steal anything from the dead either.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't really mind. They're dead. What are they going to do? I'm more upset that they're dead.
One of the things you guys notice on your way out is that without the as you guys are sort of going out the way you came in, you see as part of clearing out the area, there are a couple doors open that were not before. And you see that the civilians are taking things before they leave. I say this because you can also take things. There's only going to be a bit left by the time you guys get up there, but nonetheless, it is there for the taking. So we're going to choose here. You have a sort of identification chamber and a training quarters. You can choose one room, and you guys can loot it, but basically while you guys are getting one, the other people are going to be getting the other.
Training room implies basic weaponry. Identification room implies they were looking at magic items. My vote's for the identification room.
I was just along the same line of thought. I suppose if, it's going to be taken either way, we might as well see if we can't make use of something in there.
Agreed. Even if it's just like a potion or two.
Yeah. That's my vote anyway. And then Temi went to the restroom, so I'm sure her
Nice.
votes would also be for magic stuff.
I could see that. That tracks.
There's no lie here.
All right. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the band together here.
Oh
Just so I
god,
can-
the civilians are in the walls.
Listen in your walls, in your walls, in your walls.
Dwarves be like, you should take your skin off.
Bang.
Oh no, they're dead now.
They're through the walls. All right. Let me drag you guys over. Pardon any dead bodies you might see.
That's a lot of dead bodies.
All right. And the room on your left here is the one of the two that are now unlocked and can be looted.
Okay.
Alrighty. I will have a write-up of what is in this room, but one of you needs to make an investigation check, which will determine sort of what you guys get.
I will investigate.
Could I aid him?
Sure. I would have each of you roll individually.
I see. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Never mind.
What's up?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Ready. Okay, 15. All right, I will get that list to you guys next week, but I can at least tell you the items. You're going to have approximately 800 gold's worth of like bullion, so like silver bars, gold bars, or like silver bars, bronze bars, copper, other metals that have a sort of gold value to them.
Okay.
You have approximately, I'll say, somewhere between 300 to 600 gold of gems. 500 to 1,000 gold pieces of artwork and sculptures,
This was the room to go in.
and 2 unnamed magic items. And on top of that, what I say, 800 gold worth of like bullion.
800 bullion.
Yeah.
Cool. We're recouping our losses from buying Reinhold that sword that one time.
And you know what? You're probably almost there.
Yeah.
I would like another sword.
Yes.
You already have the Candelabrum Guardian sword.
After all, I may have 2 hands, and that's what this sword uses, but what happens when I drop the sword? I need to refill my 2 hands.
He's like, oh no, someone's disarmed me of my one greatsword. Oh boy, here's my other greatsword.
Lady and gentlemen, I think that's where I would like to leave us this evening. Any other questions before we wrap up for the night?
You make
go
my
back.
headache go away.
Listen, I wish I could,
Can
but
we
at
go
least
back
I didn't.
and
Go ahead.
backhand Dazrin?
If you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead and backhand the Hell Knight, dude. See how well that goes.
I'm
can't-
I'm kind of feeling it though.
I can't take away your headache, but just know that I saved you one by not like lore dumping this session, so that's good, right?
I think.
Yeah?
I don't think I would have had a headache from that.
Oh,
I think Darren's headache was caused by you introducing another ill rigger.
another 3 ill riggers, in fact.
We all know.
Oh, were they ill riggers?
Yeah.
That's Hell Knight's another word for him. I'm assuming he's using the class.
And they're so fucking cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're really
Not-
fucking cool, but Riven doesn't like any of them.
They're not cool.
Any questions before we end?
No, I think we're good.
God, still want to go back and just fucking put some Bruce Lee moves on her.
Nice.
I'd need at least one person helping, though. I can't do it myself.
Get scales, that's it.
Scales, let's go.
Alright, I agree.
Scales, I didn't say you actually had to follow me into the gates of hell. It was a metaphor.
No, y'all misheard me. I said when I make that firework, all my dogs get scared.
Shut up! God, you're so dumb.
All right, everyone.
Fireworks? Yeah, you dummy.
I sure hope they do. All right.